Our world is etched with stories. In every mountain peak that pierces the clouds, in the unfathomable depths of our oceans, across vast, silent deserts, humanity has long sought to explain the unexplainable. We have woven tales of gods, monsters, forgotten worlds, creating a tapestry of myth as rich and varied as the planet itself. But what if these stories are not merely flights of fancy? What if they are echoes of the very landscapes from which they emerged? These are not just legends, they are a form of ancient cartography. High above the plains of northern Greece, a colossal mountain range breaks the horizon. This is Olympus, a place of staggering beauty and formidable power. Its highest peak, Mythicus, soars to nearly 3,000 meters, its summit often shrouded in a thick mantle of cloud. To the ancient Greeks, this was no ordinary mountain. Its inaccessible peaks and violent storms were interpreted as divine presence. It was a place mortals could see, but never truly reach. The Greeks populated these heights with the 12 Olympian gods. The mountain's height, climate, and isolation made it a landscape fit for divinity. We travel now to the Scottish Highlands, to a body of water that is as famous for its secrets as it is for its stark beauty. Loch Ness stretches nearly 40 kilometers through the Great Glen. The water plunges to over 200 meters and is incredibly dark. Suspended peat limits visibility to mere inches below the surface. For centuries, tales spoke of kelpies and hidden creatures. In the 20th century, the modern legend of Nessie took hold. A log, a trick of light, even a swimming deer could appear, then vanish into the murk. Rugged isolation makes the loch feel like a world unto itself. A long neck and humped back became the silhouette of an imagined inhabitant. The legend is anchored in depth, darkness, and remoteness. Sometimes, the darkest waters birth the deepest mysteries. Our journey now takes us into the open ocean, to a vast, ill-defined expanse known as the Bermuda Triangle. This is not a place on official maps, but a region born of folklore. Seafaring tales and perplexing disappearances fueled the myth. Its supposed corners trace Bermuda, Florida, and Puerto Rico around busy sea lanes. Volatile weather and violent hurricanes arise here with frightening speed. The swift Gulf Stream creates complex, challenging seas. Magnetic quirks once made compasses behave erratically. Over time, natural hazards were recast as paranormal dread. The triangle shows how the untamable sea and human storytelling create a modern legend. We travel to the arid heart of Australia, where a colossal sandstone monolith, Uluru, rises from the plain. For the Anangu, this is a living entity, the Chukurpa, or Dreamtime. The Dreamtime tells of ancestral beings who shaped the land. Every crack, fissure, and cave is a chapter in that sacred narrative. Dark streaks are traces of an ancestral serpent's battle. From sunrise to sunset, the rock glows, the land's life force on display. Here, story is law, history, and guidance, inseparable from place. The myth did not just happen at Uluru. The myth is Uluru. Our journey takes us north, to an island forged by fire and ice, a landscape in flux where the earth speaks visibly. Under ethereal lights, strange rocks gather mist. Icelandic folklore tells of Huldufolk, hidden folk dwelling in stone and hill. These beings demand respect, disturb their homes at your peril. In a land that reshapes overnight, folk geology frames the unpredictable. Even today, roads may bend to honor unseen neighbors. Here, volatile geology gave birth to a parallel society of spirits, a living tradition guiding people through a world still being made. We return to Greece, to the pine-clad slopes of Mount Parnassus. Here stand the ruins of Delphi, the Omphalos, the navel of the world. For 1,000 years, kings and commoners sought Apollo's counsel. Ancient sources spoke of sweet-smelling vapors rising from a fissure. The Pythia inhaled these vapors, entering a prophetic state. Modern geology reveals intersecting faults beneath Delphi. Ethylene gas can induce euphoria and trance. A geological whisper became a god's voice, and a cult that shaped empires. At Delphi, the earth itself spoke, and humanity listened. Where the desert meets the green of the Nile stand Egypt's great pyramids, monumental tombs, and theological machines. Their shape echoes the Benben, the primordial mound of creation, a stairway for the pharaoh's soul to join immortal stars. The Great Pyramid aligns to the cardinal points with breathtaking precision. The ground plan mirrors the heavens. Built on the western threshold, gateway to the afterlife, ritual, astronomy, and geography fuse to challenge mortality. Their legacy is a grand architectural myth written in stone and sky. We ascend into the Andes, to a citadel hidden for centuries. Machu Picchu clings to a knife-edge ridge, surrounded by apus, with the Urubamba winding beneath. Its function is debated, its cosmology is clear. Architecture converses with sacred peaks in deliberate harmony. Alignments mark solstices. The Intihuatana tethers the sun to earth. Hanan Pacha, Kai Pacha, Uku Pacha, bridged in stone. Here, archaeology and myth are inseparable, a city mirroring the cosmos. On Honshu stands Mount Fuji, a near-perfect cone, Japan's tallest mountain, a sleeping volcano and national symbol. It anchors culture, art, and religion. In Shinto, it is home to Kono Hanasakuya Jaime, goddess of blossoms. Delicate beauty, yet ever-present volcanic power. For centuries, Fujiko pilgrims climbed for purification and rebirth. Artists captured Fuji in many seasons, portraying a spiritual presence. One mountain became the heart of a nation's identity: art, religion, nature. We seek a mythic place absent from any map: Atlantis. First told by Plato, an advanced island lost in a day and night. In the Aegean, Santorini's crescent surrounds a drowned volcano. Thera once held a flourishing Minoan city, Akrotiri. One of history's largest eruptions shattered the island and sent tsunamis across the sea. The city was entombed in ash, preserved like a time capsule. Could this catastrophe be the memory behind Plato's tale? Perhaps Atlantis is a mythic echo of a very real geological apocalypse. From the heavens to the abyss, from desert heart to frozen north, our myths are born of the earth itself. They read power in the land, Fra, and our place within it. The mists still gather on Olympus. Loch Ness stays dark. Fuji commands reverence. These myths are a living dialogue with our planet. Learn to see a throne in a mountain, to hear a voice in a fissure, to read the land's story. The geography of our soul is written on the map of the world. Subscribe and travel through legends with us again.